In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to explain to you exactly when and how to hire appointment setters and closers into your business that will dramatically increase your close rate, save time, and honestly, skyrocket your revenue faster than you could yourself. But first, before I get into all of this, you need to understand the following. You need to understand what hiring salespeople does not do. Hiring salespeople will not generate you traffic, fix your offer if you have a bad offer that doesn't solve actual problems, solve business skill issues, right? They can't fix bad skills or lack of knowledge in operations. So don't go ahead and hire them too early, and I'll explain later on exactly when to hire them. And number 4, they can't work without you being intuitive and putting together proper systems and processes in place. Okay, so it's crucial to understand that hiring salespeople is not a substitute for good business practices and leadership. You can't simply hire sales reps and forget about the sales process entirely, right? Now, this is what it will do, okay? It will maximize the return on investment from leads, so it'll help you get the most out of leads you generate, close more deals. It will increase your conversion rate, your close rate, and also free up your time so you can scale. It will also allow you to handle more incoming traffic. And once again, it will allow you to become a CEO where your day-to-day isn't taken over with sales calls and these more low leverage tasks, but you have people who are better salespeople than you selling your offer at a higher percentage. Now, hiring salespeople is a conversion enhancer. It's not a business generator. It's essentially increasing numbers like show rate and like close rate, which will ultimately lead to you making more money. It'll help you maximize the current lead flow you have. Now, when should you go about hiring salespeople? It really depends on your business model, your lead flow, and how many calls you're booking. So if you're booking upwards of 10 per day, but you're closing less than 1 a day, then of course it's a good idea to hire a closer to free up your time and close more people than you personally would have closed. Now, since there's no one size fit all model when it comes to hiring a closer, I'm just going to distill it down into revenue milestones. So $0 to $30,000 in monthly revenue. So you should be taking the calls yourself, right? You need to understand the market, validate your offer, and get case studies. But you can go ahead and hire an appointment setter to handle your outbound, handle your inbound, handle all your lead source, and go ahead and book calls for you so you don't have to be sitting in your Instagram DMs all day. Now, from $30,000 to $100,000 in monthly revenue, you should go about hiring another setter and then also your first closer. The setters together can go about qualifying leads, taking them through the sales process, booking them into calls, following up with them before calls, and the closer can take the calls, close the deals, and nurture the high quality leads. And when you're doing upwards of 100K a month, then you need to hire a sales manager, multiple sales reps, more setters, more closers, and really just building out your sales team to a multiple person department that will really materialize your business and help you scale. Now, what are the prerequisites for hiring salespeople? The first one is having a CRM system. You need to have a customer relationship management system like Close.io, Go High Level, or Pipedrive. Number 2, you need to develop standard operating procedures for outbound setters, inbound setters, and closers. And then the third one, have a calendar software, Calendly, Google Calendar, just make sure it's integrated with your CRM. And then fourth, most importantly, you need steady lead flow, because the closers and the setters will leave you if there aren't any leads, because their whole job, their whole payment is based off of performance. And if they're not getting volume to where they can perform, then they're not going to go ahead and work with you. So you need steady lead flow. Now, when it comes to hiring and managing your sales team, when hiring setters, expect to pay around $15 to $50 per call booked, and then 5 to 10% of each close. And when hiring closers, expect to pay around 10 to 30% commission on every deal they close. Now, if you're thinking, why is this so expensive? Then you must understand their goals. Closers literally want to find an offer that they can make $10,000 to $30,000 a month on. And setters, they want to find an offer that they can make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Now, be cautious not to hire too quickly, because it is better to be temporarily overwhelmed than to hire unnecessary and destroy your profit margins. Okay, I want to kind of make that very clear. And as your team goes, consider hiring a sales manager to keep everyone motivated and performing well. And this is especially important if you're not a sales expert yourself, because sales managers can be paid a percentage of closed deals, typically between 10 to 20% for comprehensive management, or around 3% for a formal closer in a management role. So to source talent, I often just post Instagram stories, say, I'm looking for a setter and a closer. If you know anyone, if you have anyone in your network who can help out, then feel free to refer them, because the best setters, the best closers are always connected through mutuals and not online job searching platforms. Because ideally you find someone who's just starting out and they're in the same country as you, same time zone, they know the lingo around there. And yeah, that's the most effective way to hire them. Now, you can also go about doing this through sales placement agencies. At my agency, we have a couple of partnerships with placement agencies just for clients to get setters. And now, to quickly kind of break this down in physical examples, if a Facebook ad agency is doing $40,000 a month in revenue, but this is all MRR, then they don't need closers yet because they're not having new deals come in. Their lead flow is low. They just have a few performance-based clients that's bringing in the bulk of their revenue. So for this Facebook ad agency in this scenario, I would go about getting more lead flow first, booking 3 to 10 sales calls per day. Now, 3 sales calls a day is normally enough for you to take them yourself, but anywhere really above 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, start getting closers to go ahead and automate that for you. For an info product business with a $5,000 one-time offer that's doing $80K a month, this means they need to be closing people every single month to hit that $80,000, which means that business would benefit heavily from having both a setter and a closer because they need lead flow. Lead flow is a big thing for that info business. And so to close that lead flow, they of course need setters to book in the calls, follow up for the calls, make sure the show rate is super high, and then closers to go ahead and close those calls and collect the bag at a very, very high close rate and a very, very high ticket price so we can really maximize the revenue that this info business is doing. Now, when it comes to scaling your sales team, as your business grows past $100,000 a month, then scaling your sales team just becomes a game of managing traffic and volume. So here are some key takeaways to consider. Hire additional closers as needed. When you consistently have too many calls for your current team to handle, consider hiring a sales manager when you have 6 to 8 people on your sales team, and be prepared to offer competitive commissions to attract and retain top tier talent. It's always worth paying more money for good talent because they will make you more money, especially if you can retain them for the long term. Now, finally, continuously refine your processes and systems to support your growing team. Now, when it comes to implementing this profitable sales strategy, you don't understand how to use closers and setters efficiently, and you don't understand that using these people efficiently can significantly impact your business. So by following what I outlined in this video, a business doing $80,000 a month with a $5,000 offer could genuinely scale up to $100,000, $200,000, or $300,000 a month fairly quickly. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because if these people are booking 3 sales calls a day, or let's go a bit more, let's say 5 sales calls a day, then that's roughly 150 sales calls per month. So if their current close rate is 20% out of those 150 calls booked, then they're going to go ahead and close 30. However, if it's 40%, they're going to go ahead and close 60 people. So quite literally double the closes. They're going to make double the money from just a small tweak of having a better salesperson for their business to really scale things up. And that doesn't mean they're putting out new ad campaigns, sending more outbound messages, trying to get more calls booked. That's genuinely making one small tweak with their existing lead flow and doubling the amount of people that they are closing. Can you see the power of this? So remember these key takeaways. Hire salespeople at the right time based on your revenue and lead flow. Ensure you have necessary systems and processes in place before scaling your sales team, and focus on traffic and offer as a CEO while your sales team handles the conversations. Now, consider hiring a sales manager as your team grows to maintain performance and motivation. And if you implement these strategies, you will be on your way to building a successful and scalable sales operation. If you'd like my done for you agency to scale your coaching business to $50,000 per month without you having to go ahead and create content for months, try to go viral, send cold emails, send cold outbound messages, post reels on hundreds of different accounts using the Andrew Tate strategy, then go ahead and message me on Instagram, where I will show you how we're scaling 50 plus coaches to $50,000 a month by running one simple Instagram ad that consistently gets leads in your inbox, and then pairing that with an appointment setter who books these people into calls on your calendar that you can close, or that a sales team that we will place can close. So if you want to hear more about that, then go ahead and message me over on Instagram at videos with Liam, the word sales, and let's get started. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate for watching this video. Go ahead, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments, and also leave it a like, and I will see you in the next one.